Distracted. Front row MMA here at Lock and Guernsey 3. I got to tell you, this is the best place to cut an interview I have ever been in my life, although very easily distracted. I'm here with, can't remember who I'm here with now, because I'm so off. I'm here with Jonny Hougez, and a first round stoppage. Seemed a very scrappy fight. Is that kind of what you wanted going on?
I mean, I could tell that he was, up for it, and he seemed like he wanted to scrap more than to box. I was ready to box, but as soon as he started scrapping and falling on the floor, it just felt like a bit of a wrestle, and it was rubbish, But then he popped his shoulder and he came back and I kicked him. I see when I kicked him, it hurt him, and I thought, sound, I got this. Yeah.
It was that first trip that did the damage to the shoulder. He stood up straight away, but it took you a little while to start throwing those kicks. Did you not notice?
Well, the thing is, it was hard to judge because he was such a scrapper. Yeah. I thought, right, I'm gonna have to step back a bit here, hold my guard, and kind of wait, and then get the kicks in, try and throw him. But the thing is, this is my first fight. It happens, unlike sparring, it happens so quickly. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is actually on. And, I think the last time I had a fight was when I was at school when I was about 15. So, it's not normal, it's not natural. So
a lot of the guys that we've spoken to, whether it be K1, Muay Thai, or the white collar, their debut, they say that, in training, you can hear the advice, you hear the corner. Does that hold true when that door closes?
It's a funny one. I mean, I've got Andy and Natalie in the corner, and they're brilliant. But the thing is, and I've heard it from so many people who I know that fight or box, even at Upper Pisces, when that bell goes, it kind of all goes out the window, and you're on like survival mode, and you're like, right, what's actually going on? You don't have time to think, really. So, hey ho.
Your corner was very vocal as well. He kept stand up. Was that because he wanted you to use your reach and
right? Yeah, he wanted me. He told me that, and and he'll probably punch me for it, and there we go.
How pleased are you with the performance? Because again, as soon as you noticed that the shoulder was the issue, you threw a couple of. You didn't even look for the head. No, you were throwing to the arms, yeah? Was that the plan?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, Andy was actually telling me about a Thai guy who used to kick to the arms, and then the arms would drop. I thought, I can get the arms, and then the arms to drop, but I could see it in his eyes that he was. Yeah. So I thought, right, I'll work on this, and then the referees. Yeah. And I thought, sound.
Yeah, after a debut like this, how long before you want to sort of test yourself again? Is this something you want to jump into?
Yeah, I mean, it's not actually as bad as I thought it would be. It's not as intimidating, and it is very intimidating, but it's more fun than anything. And it's
I'll take your word for it.
I think if you come here as a spectator and you've never been involved with boxing, it's like, oh my God, they're in a cage. What are they doing? Yeah. As soon as you're involved with boxing, you realise it's kind of just what you do at boxing, sparring, just on a different,
Does the cage and the shape of the cage make any difference to kind of game plan or clinch technique or anything like that?
To be honest, I've never fought in a ring. I've only sparred in a ring, so I don't know. And to be honest, the beginning of the week, I was at the chiropractor because I cracked a rib, and I was at the osteopath. I didn't let on to anyone, but I cracked a rib, and I really wanted to avoid the clinch and getting chucked around. Because of that, I've been on bloody painkillers, ibuprofen, paracetamol, whatever, for 6 days, every 6 hours, to sort this out. So I'm in a bit of pain, but hey ho.
So you're not only injured, debut, doing it injured. I would suggest, and also given who your partner is, that Thai is probably going to be something you're doing for a little while.
Sure, yeah, I'll be interested to do another one.
I have to ask because it's front row MMA. Any ambition to look at the MMA side? I know Pisces is an incredibly good Thai and kickboxing team.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think so. I like watching it, but it doesn't really appeal to me because I just like standing up, And yeah, I don't know. I suppose you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, it is. So it's fun because a lot of guys, it's the grappling side of things that people tend to. Look, it was a good performance against a guy who wanted to make it ugly. You didn't allow it to be. There's got to be people you want to thank and people who have helped you prepare. So please feel free.
Well, obviously Andy, Natalie from Pisces, and everyone at Pisces, all the guys I trained with, Alex, Laura, James, Marcin, who unfortunately couldn't fight. And my girlfriend for putting up with me. I now know what it's like to be on the other end of it, Yeah. And I guess, my mum and dad, and Hayley's mum and dad, my granddad who's just had his 90th birthday, my brother, my little niece, and my brother's partner Jody, legends.
Excellent. Look, it was a pleasure to meet you. I kind of wish the fight had a little more legs in it. I think it would have been a tasty little encounter. But you've come off with a great win, and it's you know, it wasn't a stoppage by accident. You finished him. So thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to watch your work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.